oddly familiar poet drops his wine glass so he can say an opinion. Our main character appears. Two dudes are getting beat up by patrol. A fire is set off at the warehouse just to create a distraction. Apparently these guys are searching for medicine and got caught up in some trouble. Some angry person with red hair says a very British line.
Enemy spotted.
Bag and Chen appear to be lost. They encounter the undead. Bagpipe connects the undead to the final boss. Reed gets caught by some soldiers, but they're no match for her. Fionn comes back to help her out of guilt, but then immediately asks her to escort him. What a gentleman. That's a very sad comparison. Fisher finally debuts. His mission is to keep an eye on Smugcat. This random soldier says something that hits really close to home. Fionn and Salmon get into a fight. The devs pretty much make fun of Mudrock's weird nickname. Terran refugees attack a caravan. Salmon gets a taste of Chen. Chen trashes Salmon's outfit. The reason why Reed came back to Dube-linn was to confront her past. That's amazing. Harmony being shady as usual. Mandragora is alive? Maybe not. Make up your mind, damn it. Reed wants to bring the infected refugees to find shelter, wants to help them because she feels obligated. The three girls find a dead patrol unit. Bagpipe realizes how much it sucks to be undead. Oh, great, more daddy issues. What do you know? Bagpipe is a good cook. We have a heartfelt talk to Reed about hay. The two lay on some hay and talk about home. Protect this woman at all costs. Harmony hears about the rumor of the unusual fire, which she connects to Reed. Fisher is woke. Fisher runs into the Duke of Castor and asks why there are so many hot grannies in this game. Reed's group spots an elite force in the distance. They get ambushed by Dube-linn forces, which doesn't go well for Dube-linn. One of the idiots in Salmon's group gets spotted. Turns out the Dube-linn soldiers are just undead. One of the undead soldiers is Salmon's brother. We get a glimpse of Reed's childhood. Her sister's name is Eblana. More sister lore. Eblana is starting to sound like Seymour from Final Fantasy X. Eblana asks Reed what her desires are, to which Reed does not answer, so they're both known as the leader. Salmon knew her brother was dead meat. The group sets up camp. Chen knows that Reed is a descendant of the Terran king. Oh, it's so happy and everyone is singing. Can't wait for what awful things awaits in the next few scenes. Well, here we go. Goodbye. Fisher confronts Reed and Bag. Fionn's alive and talks about writing a will. Good for him. Fisher knows Chen's identity and knows not to mess with her. Fisher's squad isn't the only one who wants Reed. Chen and Bag decide to break Reed out. Right then, the tent Reed was being interrogated in turns to ashes. Salmon tries to break free on her side. Reed breaks free and the three girls meet up, but something isn't right. Seems like Fisher's real objective was to lure out the Dub-linn forces. Reed goes, ugh, and Harmony starts her lecture. Bagpipe continues to be as useful as she is in game. More backstory on Reed's family. Salmon is about to turn into sushi, but with the help of the others they break free. Ah yes, and Superstar Granny takes out one of the soldiers. Petition for her to become a 6-star operator. Salmon, Moran, Fionn, and all the other hostages charge back in to help save Reed. Next we get more of this dialogue. We're back into the action and finally the big man shows up. Chen is coming. Meanwhile, Bagpipe is duking it out with Fisher. I like Fiona, it's a good name for her. Granny Moran says this line very calmly. Reed is starting to get pissed, maybe a little too pissed. Smugcat enters the fray. After the battle, Bag confronts Reed. Usually Reed just denies it, but not this time. County Hillock caused meaningless deaths. Bag and Chen leave, leaving the rest to Reed. The next day, Moran returns alive. Bad news is, she's the only one that returned alive. There are now only 9 Terrans remaining. Rip Salmon. It was fun memeing you. Sometime later, the remaining group decides to split up. Those that stick with Reed will fight till the end. Moran is our hero. Moran is the MVP of this story. Meanwhile, on a battleship, the Duke of Beef Wellington and Eblana discuss strategies to invade Oak Grove. Flashback about something. Back to Reed's group. Moran literally carries an injured on her back while being blind herself. They travel through some sort of cavern and arrive to what they believe to be King Gael's castle. King Gael used to be the king of the Terrans long ago. Reed has a talk with herself. Reed accepts her past. She also rejects her sister's decisions. It's time to face her. Eblana wants her little sister to beat her. We do that instead. Congratulations! And it's not over for our heroes, not even close. We get a little more lore on Tara and its people. King Gael was really just a puppet. Basically, they're mad because the Victorians treat them like trash. Nothing new here. Also forgot how big Reed's tail is. This quote symbolizes how both the Draco sisters have the same goal, but have different ways of accomplishing it. Okay, so they're already docked in Oak Grove. Next stop is Londinium. War. Probably my favorite quote of this event. Chills, boys. Chills. Aha, you thought that was it, eh? We're back to these two lovebirds conspiring about the Draco sisters. I don't know about this harem thing anymore, lads. At least Fionn has found a home and is alive and well. Well, that sucks.